each other, ain't no hiding this.
Football League. And this one features Swiss Army knife Taysom Hill on the doorstep of another milestone in a great season, approaching 1,200 yards. It's the Falcons and the Buccaneers, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. Brad Gaunt alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Bucs in this matchup. We know how well they throw the football, but they're going to have their work cut out for them in this one.
Yeah, they're going up against a top 5 unit in the league, and this is a defense. They don't make a lot of mistakes. Well coached, they execute really, really well, and terrific leadership on that side of the ball. So precision, that's going to have to be a key for them in this one.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. Bringing him out, the 3rd overall pick from way back in 2008. A guy now in his 15th NFL season, Matt Ryan.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
Throwing Ryan to start out. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. From the gun, it's Ryan. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Man who played collegiately nearby in Athens for the Bulldogs, James Cook. And they fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Ryan. Oh, he pulls over him. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Ryan. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he'll be taken down, although there is a flag down. Will this stand? So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Cameron Sutton. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
These two teams, they met in Tampa earlier in the year with the Bucs prevailing in that one. So a win here in Atlanta would give them the season sweep.
First carry now for Alexander Madison. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Cook up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here.
Devin Bush sprinting behind the line to track down the ball carrier.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Ryan.
Throw left side taken in by Pittman.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Cole Beasley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Bucs take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The 40, the 20, and he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Falcons. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. Do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blower when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
Partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
On the run, here's Anthony McFarland. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35.
Ryan now to throw on 3rd down.
And this will be caught by Edwards.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. To throw is Ryan. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Ryan. Completes this to Callaway over on the right side.
And he'll get this to about the 44-yard line.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. To throw again is Ryan.
Open man is Edwards. He's got it. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the shotgun, Ryan. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
On second down, Cook, a little juke. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
James Cook, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays.
And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run. Here's Tariq Woolen bringing it out of his end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Pass complete. George Pickens with it. Finding space at the 40. He'll be out of bounds, but able to get it out past the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Falcons.
Kenneth Walker,
53 yards.
and the Falcons are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 14. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And there's Ken Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25.
Bryan Edwards and his offense, helmets on and ready to go again.
And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little, they bask it.
And the ball is knocked out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Able to hang on to the ball this time, and in the process picks up the first down. Now Ryan. He finds his man, complete. It's Edwards. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Ryan to throw.
And going deep downfield for Boykin.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
On second down, Ryan.
Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. This offense so far on third down, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 9. Again, Ryan. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but if the other team doesn't get it, that's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Cook. And he'll be stopped up short as the tackle is made at about the 3. Again, the yards are getting a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Nice job defensively to keep the man in the end zone. He's trying to get a second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier. He was bidding for a second. So it's 3rd and goal, and now the question, can this Falcon defense stand tall once more? Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. The 3rd down battle won by Atlanta's defense. Solid coverage. Keep it. He's going to try to run for it. Mills hit, and he loses the ball. And the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Now Jackson. He finds Pickens over the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Jackson's throw taken in by Watkins here. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 34-yard line. Again, Jackson. They complete it to Hill. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw taken in here by Chase. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a...
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sport. Only 30 minutes left in the regular season, and everybody's excited for the playoffs, so we're just going to forget the halftime show and get back to the football. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the third quarter. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides.
Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
Personal foul, breaking the tackle, defense.
How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Jackson now off the bootleg. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. His throw incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Hill. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth. Tucker's kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. First game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. That one caught along the sideline. Did he stay in? Yes, he did. But hang on here. A penalty marker is on the field. That's Jawan Taylor, the right tackle. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe-tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Finding Knox there, complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Throwing again, Ryan. His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham. Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. On 2nd and 12, Ryan got a man and he hits him in stride. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Ryan. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. To throw is Ryan. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. To throw again on 2nd down, Ryan. And he finds Beasley, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now a first carry for their fullback. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss of 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
On 3rd and goal, Ryan. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So matching field goals here to begin this 3rd quarter of play, and we are tied again.
And this is how it's been all game long, very much like a boxing match. Each team counter-punching each other, neither gaining a clear advantage.
17-17 the score, all even to this point as it kicks away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too.
Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the gun, they go to Edwards. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. They run once more with Edwards. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries in the ballgame. 3 tight ends in the ballgame here on 1st and 10. the middle, it's Edwards. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Jackson now. Finds Hill on the crossing route, complete. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Edwards. Touchdown, Falcons. So still time remaining here in this 4th quarter, but the touchdown there puts him back out in front.
And you and I both know that their defense will not very subtly remind everyone that they started all of this because they held firm on the last drive and only gave up a field goal. Gave it back to the offense in a tied game and said, okay, your turn now, make something happen. And they went down the field and scored.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. On 1st down, Ryan. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st. Here's Ryan. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Ryan trying to lay one up deep. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Ryan to throw. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Here's Ryan. And this nearly intercepted. Probably should have been. Had he caught it, it would have sealed it. Instead, one more chance coming up on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. And some room to run now. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
So Matt Ryan of the offense, down by 2 touchdowns. A minute 25 to play. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Ryan's throw here taken in by Knox.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Derek Stingley picks it. They'll start with the option.
The quick feet by Jackson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. Down to the 22-yard line.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Edwards. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st.
They'll try and run for the 1st with Edwards. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the offense going to use the 1st of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Here's Walker.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Ken Walker with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Falcons are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Tucker with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's taken in by Callaway. And he'll be...
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw as this play will stand as is.
On 2nd and inches, Ryan. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. This looks like a free play for Ryan. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Atlanta,
they get that important 10th win to finish the regular season at 10-7.
And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better-than-average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay,
they'll limp to the finish line a bit with a final record of 5-12.
I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon up, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise, make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to.
Dollar. Hey. DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Bring the in the. You know I stay with some bad little baby. TGOD baby, know that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We going insane. Pouring this. Yeah, homies got me pouring this. We get awards where we give God the glory. I'm shooting my shot and most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the trophy. Feel like Freddie Mercury, we the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Feeling like I can't miss. Baby, it's all in the wrist. You really wanna be the boss, it's expensive. Ain't the real champ if you never defend it. Put in that work, I'ma make them remember. I just broke down hella trees, yelling timber. Stand in the line, they put me in the center. It blow their mind when they see how I'm winning. Went back and doubled up, now you in trouble. My all hustle, my diamonds are huddled up. TGOD got this off the muscle. Ask me about my life, man, I love it. Got so many rings, I need room for another one. Been through the pain, now it ain't no...
It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the Falcons and the Bears under the lights on Monday night.
Now, this great venue has hosted some memorable playoff games over the years, and these Bear fans are hoping to make some new memories today at Soldier Field in Chicago. Tonight we continue with Wild Card Weekend with what should be a great one between the Atlanta Falcons and the Chicago Bears. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the
postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
The mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive.
And they'll be led out by Marcus Mariota, former second overall pick back in 2015, now in his 8th season in the league.
And he goes into this wild card round off of a really good regular season, better than 30 touchdown passes. And he said he feels like he can take some shots against the secondary. In fact, in our meeting, he said not only can he take shots, he expects to do it early.
To the air right away, Mariota.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early second and long they're facing.
Mariota's throw here into the hands of Jones.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Mariota. Hunter Henry brings it in.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And he used the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. So 3rd down, and the Falcons going with a dime. 6 defensive backs. Mariota. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game. It will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind?
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Mariota, and right side, Henry's got it.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Well, safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it because 4 for 4 already. I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. And they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by the former NFL MVP, already a two-time Pro Bowler in his 5th season out of Louisville, Lamar Jackson.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart. But make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Up the middle, here's Edwards. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Now Jackson. Pickens on the slant. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
His pass complete to Ruckert. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, and Hill with it over the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. Throw out wide to Walker. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. A gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up the 4th down. Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. We're scoreless after 1. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. To throw is Mariota. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. To throw Mariota. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
They get 6 yards back on the run, but still have a 3rd and long situation forthcoming. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Mariota. And this is going to be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And one thing we haven't pointed out yet, probably should, you got a dome team on the road, January, cold weather.
How tough is that, or is that something that really shouldn't come into play?
Well, it shouldn't come into play, but let's face it, if you've been a dome team all year and used to control environment, you need to get yourself outside a little bit for practice during the week, and that's what most of these teams do, because just because they play in a dome doesn't mean they don't have bad weather outside to work in, so they can do that, get their guys acclimated, and then that way, it takes it all away when you get to game day in a foreign place.
They go play action with Jackson. Open man downfield is Hill. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. It's a gain of 34. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook. And that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back, trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play.
Here's Edwards again on second down.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Out of the gun, they give to Edwards. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right out and right up the middle.
So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
Jackson's throw taken in by Ruckert.
That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Lamar Jackson, a 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Falcons will strike first here in this wild card matchup.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Mariota now.
They'll run the screen with Mitchell.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down now, but that clock rolling. Throw it, Mariota. Man open, here is Jones. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And he
can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Devin Bush coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Mariota. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Mariota to throw it. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th. So on 4th down, Cairo Santos on now for the Bears field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Santos' kick is up and through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Gus Edwards heading back onto the field. And it may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Well, he's made the most of it to this point. On 2nd and 10, Jackson going for the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a potential turning point as they'll get the footing in a very good field position late in this first half. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing is Mariota. Screen play setting it up for Mitchell. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will do it for this first half. Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Falcons ready to go back to work to start the 3rd quarter. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who was not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter.
Play action. It's Jackson. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now a handoff. Edwards. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on 3rd.
Could play an exotic coverage.
Throwing is Jackson.
Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 14. On the handoff, Edwards. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
67 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
They'll run here with Edwards. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Gus Edwards
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is up to 8. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was polished off by the Gus Edwards touchdown run.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
First down.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Falcons grab it. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Now it's Edwards to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run. From both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds. The other day they told us we're not 4 and 5 unless we have to be able to convert. I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Play action. Now Jackson. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throwing into the hands of Pickens. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to carry the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Up the middle, here's Walker.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down. Now it's Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Because they needed to come through the completion. Now drive they start with great field position is facing fourth down.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead here to 17-6.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
The Chicago offense set to get started.
And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. The Bears on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
Gets around him, and he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Up the middle, and he loses the football a second time. And the Falcons grab it. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. He's going to look deep down the field. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Jackson now.
This one goes underneath to Walker. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly. The defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mariota out route. He finds his man. It's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. They run over center with Mitchell. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. Now let's listen in on the call. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that...
the pass to Henry is intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Falcons are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Walker now on 1st and 10, and he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Six yards left on 2nd down. Here's Jackson. He's got this to Pickens. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now Jackson on 1st down. Setting up the screen here to Edwards. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard. This is Edwards. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st. They run once more with Edwards. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Up the middle, it's Edwards. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 105 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell him to back off of being aggressive. But sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose. And just as you said, cost some yardage.
You got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
2nd down and goal. Jackson. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Jamar Chase. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Mariota now to throw on first down. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. To the air again, Mariota. And caught by Henry. Down inside the 10. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Mariota. Eluding the pressure right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Elijah Mitchell from a yard out. And the Bears are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Outright, he's got Ruckert. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Jamar Chase, his second touchdown of the night. And the Falcons have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not gone according to plan. Mariota on first down. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Mariota. Man open, here is Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. First down, Mariota. Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. One last shot now for Mariota. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that? Being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Yeah, you know, get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
Yeah. So that style not for you, but it's for me.
Greenfield's finest. Boss.
Yeah.
DJ Drama.
Never let a wishbone grow where a backbone should. Belly been tell you the dash all wood. Then pain is the back end good. Got sense, but they act no good. So I do the lot of the starstruck. Hop in the ride and we took in the truck up in the truck and they all. They might say what's up when they see me around the city, but really no reason to talk much. Dinner a nice guy, but no nice guys here. I'm toe tagging, no Bilbo Baggins, y'all coming up short. Take a recess. This a heat check.
Yeah. Sound like some superheroes. Some black superheroes. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero.
You need a bro like me. Military mind stated, and I keep a degree. You can label me a Huey P. Made a martyr out of Martin, out of Malcolm, out of Mega. I refuse to let these dirty devils make Michael a beggar. A hero CEO, I will go Magneto for my people. Give me liberty or death, that is my credo, not my ego. Dressed in a tuxedo, into party, alter ego. Killed your leader in gazebo, did it for the people. Love what motivated, I did not do it for hatred. But I truly hate the devil, I cannot debate or fake it. I was asked a question and the asker thought it hard. If I was facing death and I could ask one thing of God, I would ask for every to be free here and abroad. And to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God. And to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God.
Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Our own kind took nip from us. Money still reading God we trust. Truthfully we envy, so why we so envious? And why our own kind envy us? Pac said it's hard, but we gotta keep our head up. Going even though we know we fed up. It's hella tension, cause we ain't careful where we all pay attention. I need all my real soldiers on the front line, fighting for the right just one time. So unstoppable together at the same time.